my ex a surprise when I left unexpectedly. 3 months ago, I was living with my ex-girlfriend Ashley and we were splitting a one-bedroom apartment. She worked at some boutique downtown making like $12 an hour, but acted like she was running her own fashion empire. I was doing night shifts at a warehouse making decent money, but she always complained I was never home enough or that I smelled like cardboard when I got back. The thing is, Ashley had this weird habit of going through my stuff when she thought I wasn't paying attention. She'd check my phone when I was in the shower, go through my wallet while I was sleeping, and even rearrange my dresser drawers claiming she was just helping me stay organized. I caught her doing it multiple times, but every time I brought it up, she'd flip it around and say I was being paranoid or controlling. What really got to me was when she started opening my mail. Not just bills or whatever, but personal stuff too. She opened a birthday card from my grandma with $50 in it, and when I asked her about it, she said the envelope was already torn and she was just trying to help. The money was sitting right there on the counter, so I couldn't prove she took any, but something felt off. Then last month, I ordered this vintage baseball card I'd been wanting since I was a kid. Cost me like $200, but it was mint condition and from my favorite player. The package showed up while I was at work, and when I got home, Ashley was acting all weird and nervous. When I asked about packages, she said nothing came, but I had the tracking info showing it was delivered. I went to our apartment manager's office the next day and asked to see the security footage from our hallway. Sure enough, there was Ashley taking my package inside. When I confronted her, she broke down crying, saying she sold it on eBay because she needed money for some emergency. Turned out the emergency was a pair of boots she saw online. That's when I decided I was done. But I wasn't just going to pack up and leave like a normal person. Ashley had this thing where she kept a journal under her mattress that she wrote in every single night. She thought I didn't know about it, but I'd seen her writing in it plenty of times. She'd always cover it up real quick if I walked by and hide it immediately after. So I came up with my plan. I waited until she went to work one Saturday morning and I knew she'd be gone for 8 hours. I carefully lifted up her side of the mattress and found the journal. Instead of reading it, I left it exactly where it was, but I put a tiny piece of tape on the cover that would break if anyone opened it. Then I packed up all my stuff while leaving everything that looked like mine still in place. I took my clothes but left empty hangers. Took my gaming console but left the controllers plugged into nothing. Moved out my dresser but left the drawer handles on the floor where it used to be. I even took my half of the shower curtain so there was just this weird gap in the bathroom. But here's the best part. I wrote her a note and put it inside her journal, right on the page she'd probably write on next. The note said, "Hey Ashley, since you love going through my stuff so much, I figured you wouldn't mind if I went through yours. Don't worry, I only read the parts where you wrote about cheating on me with Brad from your work. Hope you two are happy together. By the way, I'm keeping the security deposit since you owe me $200 for my baseball card. Have fun explaining to the landlord why half the apartment is missing." The thing is, I never actually read her journal, but I knew she was paranoid enough to think I did, and I was pretty sure she was cheating based on how she'd been acting lately. It was basically a shot in the dark, but I figured if I was wrong, she'd just be confused, and if I was right, she'd probably freak out. I left that Saturday afternoon and drove to my buddy's place where I'd already arranged to crash on his couch. Around 11 that night, my phone started blowing up with texts and calls from Ashley. First, she was confused, then angry, then crying, then angry again. The messages went from "Where are you?" to "What did you do to my apartment?" to "How dare you read my journal?" to "Please come back, we can work this out." But the one that confirmed everything was when she texted, "I can explain about Brad, it's not what you think." So I was right about the cheating. I never responded to any of her messages and I blocked her number the next